I enjoy running. I love the challenge of running. But one of the things that you have to endure if you're going to be a runner is the chastisement of those who don't understand it. And one of the things that they'll often say is, why would you do something that makes you look so miserable? And I don't disagree that runners look miserable when they're running. Because when you're running, there's an element of suffering there. Listen, there are times when you have hit the wall and you really just don't feel like you've got another step in front of you, and you have to decide, it's a mental game. Are you going to press on and continue, or are you going to quit? There's a race that Dan and I love to race, and it's a 10K, and the last mile and a half, 2 miles is almost all uphill. That's a brutal way to end a race. You're tired. You're ready to quit. You can't see the finish line. All you can see is hill. And I fully appreciate why everybody going up that hill looks like they are miserable. So why in the world would you do something that causes you unpleasantries and sufferings? Well, I would encourage those of you who wonder to come and spend some time, not in the middle of the race. Come spend some time at the end of the race. Come hang out with the runners after the finish line. Because there's an interesting thing that happens after the finish line. So runners will gather and they usually talk about their race, and they'll talk about the places that they struggled, and they'll talk about the hard hills, and they'll talk about the moments they wanted to quit. But here is a fascinating reality. Runners will talk about moments that they gave up and walked a little bit. They'll talk about places where they thought they were going to quit. But I've never heard a runner after the race say, boy, I wish I had quit early. I've never heard a runner say, I wish I had walked more. In fact, the only thing I have ever heard a runner say after the race is, I wish I had not walked as much. I wish I had ran faster. I wished I had given a little bit more, just pushed through the difficulty. Now, why would that be? Because after the finish line, after you receive the prize for running the race, all of the suffering that went before it is well worth it to get there. You're enjoying the fruit of your effort. You're enjoying the finish line. You're enjoying the promised prize of why you did that. If you look in the middle of the race, all you see is suffering. You got to go to the end of the race to see why someone would give so much suffering to the race. Now, you might say, well, Pastor, that still doesn't convince me. Why would anybody do all of that for a cheap little medallion to hang around your neck? Fair enough. But friends, I'm telling you something. This side of heaven, there's a lot of suffering. And many are quitting. Because all they have is a view of the present reality, and they go, the present reality is not worth the suffering of the gospel. But if you have a view of eternity, you have a view of the finish line, you have a view of the promises of God, oh, dear brother, dear sister, whatever suffering is here, I'm convinced the only thing we'll say in the glory is, oh, I wish we had suffered more. Oh, I wish we had given more. Oh, I wish I had given more to eternal things and less to temporary things. Perspective matters. Attention matters. What you are looking to matters. Motivating hope is the resurrection of Jesus. And the sustaining vision is the hope of glory. Oh, dear friends, press on. Do not lose heart in the hope of the gospel.